It's amazing.
Um, 5, 4, 3, 2.
What up, my people, and welcome back to another episode of Do You Like It or Not? I'm your host, Chad Ricardo. My last day in for producer Chris, and so I had to bring a few very special guests with us. Arabia Tillery is in the building.
Thank you for having me, Chad.
It's your first time on Do You Like It or Not?
Yes.
We are in for a very action-packed, fun, and exciting show. Are you ready for that?
I think I'm ready. I mean, you kind of never know, but I think I'm as ready as I'm going to be at this point.
I think that you got what it takes to make this show very exciting, but as excited as we are, this show is truly about you watching at home. So we want to encourage you to join in on our conversation today. You have multiple ways to be able to do it. You can, of course, comment on the Fox 5 DC YouTube of the live show. Slide into my DMs at Real Chad Ricardo. But of course, we want you in this Zoom room participating. You can join the Zoom room by scanning that there QR code. I want to give a shout out to all of our individuals that are in the Zoom room right now, ready to answer our topics and tackle Do You Like It or Not? Arabia, it's a big time show.
Okay.
We're going to start this one on relationships.
Oh, wow.
Here's a question that I got for you and all of you watching at home. Could you advance a relationship with your significant other if you found out that he or she was initially attracted to your best friend? Well, that is the case as Matt Damon revealed that his wife, Luciana Barros, was initially attracted to Ben Affleck after she and her friend saw Good Will Hunting together. Luciana's friend thought Ben was the cuter of the two, which led to Luciana admitting to Matt that his best friend was her initial target. So Arabia, coming to you with this right now.
Yeah.
If you found out that your significant other was initially attracted to your best friend, could you advance?
Yes, I'm fine. I actually like this. I prefer this in a way because that means that he chose me for me.
Wow.
Once we got to know each other, looks kind of went out the window.
Yeah.
He may have found my best friend more attractive initially, but once he got to know us, he's like, oh no, that one right there, that's the one for me.
Wow, I like that take.
Yeah,
That's a great first take that
thanks.
you brought to the show there, Arabia. Allison, I see you on screen right now. Go ahead. Is Arabia right in this?
Yes, hi Arabia, and I also want to say, Chad, you have been doing an amazing job. You brought so much energy to the show, and this also brought out your shady side. You probably think I didn't see it about 16 or 37 times, but you are shady, and I love it so much. We are going to miss you.
I will accept your I am shady as a compliment, at least for this conversation right now.
Yeah, probably a little spice, a little entertainment, a little dynamic view.
That's what
Chad.
she means by that.
Yes, I think
when
it
I'm
is.
not talking sports.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Allison. So it's cool with Allison. It's cool with Arabia. Roger Martin, you and I, we go way back. I think that your former wife, I think that she may have been attracted to me first.
I mean, listen, it's all right. When you're hungry, you'll eat anything. But that being said, it's good that she upgraded her taste, and she came to see the brighter side of things. But it just, if anything, it just goes to show you that beautiful people surround themselves with each other. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I have good-looking guy friends. I have good-looking female friends. I'm just glad to be part of the group. And we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, he said birds of a feather flock together.
Birds of a feather flock together.
I understand.
We got another handsome man joining us right now, Ron Bristol, on the Zoom room. Again, you guys, you want to join the Zoom room, scan that QR code, get on in here. Ron, if you found out that a woman that you were dating, maybe not the current woman, but a woman, was attracted to your best friend, how would that sit with you?
I think, at first it wouldn't feel great. It's more of a letdown. Did I let you down? But for the most part, I think that it's a beautiful thing, too, to actually learn those things about an individual instead of their outer shell. So I think it's a great thing. depending on where you're at in life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Arabia, everyone.
Everyone agrees. I'm surprised. I thought we were going to get some initial kind of pushback to this and being like, no, kind of stay over there. If you liked her first, stay over there. But I like that we're all on the same page about, look, it's about where you settle. It's about how you finish.
Wow.
Not sometimes about how you start.
Wow, I wouldn't have picked this question if I thought that everybody was going to agree. David, do you have a voice of dissension here?
I disagree.
There we go.
There we go.
I think it's so the key word is initial. If there are initial attractions with the best friend, then that's fine. If that attraction persists past, like first couple meetings or engagements, that's a problem. That's a problem that needs to be addressed or walked away from. Initial is okay.
Yeah, and I think just to tie a bow around this, Arabia, I think that my issue, if I had issue with it, it would be, where does that attraction stop?
Yeah.
Do I need to, when we're hanging out around each other, because you got to hang out around my best friend, so when we're hanging out, are you secretly, in the beginning, are you looking at my best friend like, man, that was the one I wanted?
Yeah, I think it's less about the attraction itself and more so the action on the attraction, if that makes sense. Like, you could be attracted to someone, but still be really as respectful about your relationship and not act on it. So if they're not acting on it, if they're not doing anything behind your back or have any secret intentions, there's nothing wrong with being attracted. We're human beings, we're visual creatures.
That's right.
I'm in a relationship. If I'm attracted to someone, that's okay, but I'm not going to act on it.
All right. Well, if Arabia Tillery said it, I'm completely good with it. Okay, we'll move from relationships to hip-hop royalty, and we're going to have a conversation about Tupac coming back to the DMV here. All right, guys, for years, hip-hop fans have been clamoring for the return of Tupac, and now they're going to get their wish. The Baltimore Orioles paying homage to the musical genius with a Tupac bobblehead night. This is going down May the 8th, and fans attending the Orioles home game against the Oakland Athletics will have a chance to receive a Tupac Shakur bobblehead celebrating the late rapper's connection to the city. So Arabia, Tupac, obviously hip-hop mogul that was taken away from us too quickly, too early. Do you want to see him memorialized with a bobblehead at the Orioles game?
I didn't have this on my bingo card. I would have never thought we could have had a Tupac Shakur bobblehead at an Orioles game, but it kind of makes sense twofold. One, because he's from Baltimore area, has experience there, him and Jada together in Baltimore.
That's a whole nother thing.
It's a whole other thing, but he also has some West Coast ties. Like, I think he went over to Cali and had a kind of West Coast thing. So they're playing the Oakland Athletics, and so it could be kind of a twofold thing here. I like it.
And I like it as well. I think that anytime that we can take hip-hop culture and to integrate it continually into the mainstream, a baseball game, not a basketball game,
baseball game.
A baseball game with Tupac, I love that as well. Ron, what do you say?
I love it. Here's my only take on this. Instead of a bobblehead, how about we play California Love for after the anthem or something or when people are coming out? How about we really kind of tribute this, maybe a shirt or two? I love the bobblehead. I think it's very honorable in many sports to have a bobblehead of yourself, but he is a huge idol to me, and so are many. So with this, I think it's so great for him to be here, be from this city, and be able to again be a part of this whole ordeal. So in layman's terms, I like it. I just wish there was more.
Okay. All right. So a little bit of cultural appropriation if they don't take the next step forward is kind of what I hear that you're saying there. Allison, your thoughts on the Tupac bobblehead?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, but I'm going to be sad for the foolishness when people start selling them on eBay for $500 a piece. Watch it happen.
Yeah.
Watch it happen.
This really reminds me of the Muhammad Ali stamp that they have going around right now. There's a stamp. It's a limited collection type of thing. And if this is a limited collection Tupac bobblehead, like she said, they might be selling this on Etsy for $500 and the resale value might be crazy. But to Ron's point, I think they can do both. Probably play Tupac in the middle of innings and also just kind of have some other tributes happening. So it might be just, more than just the bobblehead.
Okay. Roger, I'm going to bring you in here because outside of being an outstanding and amazing man, I hear that you are also a DJ in your spare time. So first of all, what's your favorite Tupac song of all time? And secondly, are you okay with the bobblehead?
Great question.
Ooh, I mean,
That's hard.
California love, I grew up in California, so I'm like, that kind of, but I also was born on the East Coast, so it's kind of ironic, because then we're going into like, Biggie territory and everything like that. But as far as with everything, yeah, I think a bobblehead is just, and again, I may be in the minority here. I just always think that's kind of a weird way to, make it like a commemorative coin or something, like something that I feel like a bobblehead, like at that point you're like a step above a Funko Pop. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, why don't you do something unique to memorialize an icon instead of just get a little piece of plastic where his head's just going like this all day, Like, there's better ways to do it. Personally, I don't know what it is, but I feel like a bobblehead's a little lazy. I agree. Right. Throw a song in there, maybe a coin, something that really speaks on Tupac and his legacy.
Okay, so David, I'm bringing you in again. We are not convinced of an answer here. You get to decide and vote.
I disagree. Quite honest. First of all, you have to correct me. I thought Tupac was from New York. First of all.
Yes.
Second is best song is California Love, but the best part of that song is the Dr. Dre portions. But the third thing is the bobblehead's fine. It's a good thing. Him and his legacy should and his surviving family should be happy with it.
So to be clear, in Arabia, at least I think that this is clear, I believe that Tupac was born in Baltimore, moved to New York later in life before ultimately taking residence in California. Yes. I believe that that's...
Yes, he went to performing arts school here in Baltimore.
With Jada.
With Jada. That's where they met and kind of kindled that friendship. And then he went to New York, which is why it was a weird East Coast, West Coast thing with him. And then ultimately decided to go to California, which is where we get California love, West Coast, everything.
All right. Yeah. Producer Jim says that All Eyes on Me, Roger, was the correct answer for the best Tupac song ever. But from Tupac, let's go ahead and go to church. Allison, I'm coming to you for this one. We're going to church, and more specifically, the House of Drewski. Now, the streaming and skit star recently released his spoof poking fun at mega church pastors. In the skit, Drewski flew from the sky. He requested large sums of money from parishioners and spoke of nice cars and wearing the finest of clothing, pointing out all of the stereotypes of mega church pastors. Many consider this to be some of Drewski's best work. Others believe that he crossed the line. So, Allison, before I even go to Arabia, I'm coming to you here. The idea of criticizing publicly, making fun at both pastors and the church, do you like it or not?
I don't want to like it, but I do, and let me tell you why. Because there was a situation with a pastor recently, I think it was Marvin Sapp, where he was telling the people, come back, close the doors, don't you leave unless you give us the money. And I'm like, church is supposed to help you. Don't gangster me into giving tithes and offering. And then I watched another one where I saw the pastor tell each member they had to pay $1,200. I'm like, it costs less than that to go to a Beyonce concert. What is going on? Like, what if I need help? What if I'm a single mom? Like, what is wrong in the church? Help the people, stop forcing them and making them feel like less than because they can't afford to keep you all dressed up and in your nice fine vehicle and your gator shoes and whatnot. So yeah, I kind of like this for a second. I got more emotional than I thought I would.
Allison, we welcome that, Arabia. Before I give you my take, I'm going to be honest to all of the American people that are watching from home right now. Back in my 20s, I was born in the 1900s, so I've been here for a while. Back in my 20s, I used to say to myself that if I never made it as a big-time sportscaster, I was going to start a mega church. I was going to start a mega church. I was going to be the pastor. You work with Mace.
Listen,
I was going to take the Mace route out here if no one else. So I like this from Drewski. I think that it's performative. I think it's effective.
It is. First of all, we already go to the Church of Chad when you do your coverage, okay? You're kind of already doing that preaching when it comes to these commanders. So don't get it twisted. This is a mega church already. It's just the sports. But I like this. Look, politics and religion and things like that, they're sensitive topics. And people feel very strongly about their religion religion and things like that. But ultimately, you got to be able to laugh at kind of just like the general swing of things right now. We see these pastors in mega churches and they're coming down from the ceiling with the fog and the everything. I think it's funny, but again, people feel a little sensitive about certain topics, and religion is one of those. So I can see someone being like, hey, that's not funny, but I thought it was hilarious.
Right now we're batting 1,000 here. Ron B, get in there.
I think it's hysterical. I believe that laughter is true, can be true happiness at times. And what I mean by this is there are so many comedians that could talk about the Pope and like one of my favorite ones, Jimmy Kimmel. It's just those raunchy but like clever, sometimes political jokes that are just need to kind of be funny still. Like it's okay to laugh at, things in the real world. It's okay to have humor, but it's also okay to be at church and not judge.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. Arabia, just so that you know, back in the day, Ron and I used to look alike. Then he grew a beard. He grew a beard, and I can't grow a beard, so we no longer.
I can see it. The hat off with the curls and the beard. Yeah.
His hair was shorter.
It
was a thing. All right, Roger, you're a comedian. When you're not a DJ, you're a comedian. Your thoughts?
This guy does it all.
He does it all.
I literally do a bit of everything. It's Dr. Pepper, don't worry about it. Comedy has always been about holding a mirror up to the world and just poking fun at it. I don't think it was anything like, people are obviously, when it comes to topics about religion or politics, everything, people tend to feel a certain type of way because it's like you're making fun of something I care about. If you take a step back, some of these churches, you're like, is it church? Is it Cirque du Soleil? Is it
Cirque du Soleil?
Is Jesus about to walk out on the second act? Is this about that really happen? So, I feel like I grew up, again, I'm also a 1900s baby as well. I remember going to church, and it was like you sat there, body of Christ better head, you get your little chip, you get a little sip, and you sit down, and then everybody reads the same verse. And then there was some singing and stuff, and there was a little bit of dancing, but it was nowadays there's like a fireworks show. It's like, what is happening right now? It's like you're watching the Super Bowl halftime at some of these. And it's just, I think we have, as far as just a community, we've gotten to the point where it's like, look, we can obviously modernize a lot of this stuff now, but at the same time, let's not get crazy. You don't need animals coming in doing backflips and all that. Just say the word of the Lord, keep things rolling. You know what I'm saying? It's doing too much.
I agree. Roger, you're running a little long there. Your diatribes are going to take up the whole damn show. I don't think that's what anybody wants. There we go. Sit from that. We'll move on from the church, and we will ask, how far is too far? Guys, I'm going to show you a bit of a sporting event here, and you're going to tell me as a parent whether this is something that you would partake in. As you take a look at the screen right there, is there a time in which it is okay for parents to run onto a court of a youth sporting event? In a throwback video, we see these two young men having a bit of a disagreement on the court. It gets slightly physical when a parent or coach gets in there. He appears to grab a young man who was not his son and or on his team, where another parent came out and bam, knocked him on down and knocked him out of the arena. So Arabia, a parent was putting their hands on a child that was not theirs. The parent of that child took umbrage with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like that or not?
I love that. That's me, okay? I have a child who plays sports. He plays football. He runs track, basketball, all the things. I'm not the parent that'll run out there initially if he's getting into an altercation. Handle that. I want to see how you handle it without me. But if another parent comes and puts their hands on my son, oh, yeah, we ride it. We ride at dawn. Yeah, we got to go there. We got to do that.
Hey, listen, I want to hear from the group. In fact, Allison, I'll come to you. I'll give my take on this in a moment. I want yours first.
Same. I am a mother. I have 5 kids, and anybody, I don't care who it is, where it is, what it is, I will tear you down over my baby, and have done so, and will do it again. That's the only time I will fight is for my children, no matter where it is.
Any time, any place, anywhere, says Allison. David, get in there.
Okay, I disagree.
Yes, of course.
David,
The,
We
I
know.
love it,
Yeah, we know.
So we talked about this about last night. This is so pretty similar about the hockey thing last night. But
Yeah.
if there's someone assaulting my son out there, I don't care if there's another kid out there, I'm gonna come to my son's defense and I'm gonna take that kid off of mine. You know, if another parent wants to intercept me doing that, you know, then me and the other parent are gonna have a situation there. You know, so I will defend my son getting attacked. You know,
Sure.
and I will defend myself against anyone else trying to intercept me.
Yeah, I'll tell you my take on this, right? When I look at this, first of all, I think that it should be a last resort for a parent to ever get onto a basketball court, onto a football field.
Yeah.
Arabia, we've seen, especially now in youth sports, these things are beginning as a verbal altercation,
Yep.
moving into a physical altercation, and too often we're seeing people get shot.
Yes.
Get shot.
Yeah.
I know you were in Florida
Yeah.
when a shooting occurred. So I think that we should avoid it at most costs. My one thing is that if your child is on the court in an altercation with another child, grab your child.
Exactly.
Grab your child.
Exactly.
Get your child out of the mix. Do
Yep.
not grab the other child.
And that's what I was going to
Yeah.
say in response to David. I'm like, if I'm going to defend my child, I'm going to pick him up and
Yeah.
I'm removing him from the situation. I'm not putting my hands on anybody
Correct.
else's child. So that's where he went wrong. Defend your child, but don't touch mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns into a whole different thing.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of turning into a whole different thing, why not talk about Barbie in tonight's show? We are talking about an inclusive efforts by Barbie. This week, Mattel introduced its first ever autistic Barbie doll created with guidance from the autistic community to represent common ways autistic people may experience, process, and communicate about the world around them. This doll invites more children to see themselves represented in Barbie. It was developed for more than 18 months in partnership with ASAN, a nonprofit disability rights organization run by and for autistic people that advocates for the rights of the autistic community. So Arabia, all of that said, this seems like a great cause. Autistic Barbie. Too far, or do you like it?
Representation matters. I was never a Barbie girl. I was never super girly in that regard. I was
Sure.
always into sports and things. But if I were a Barbie girl and I was dealing with maybe a visible or an invisible disability,
right.
because not all the disabilities are visible,
Sure.
I would love to see the represented in some toys that I play with. They'd have a lot of multicultural Barbies
Sure.
with different hair textures. And so
Wow.
I like it. I feel like no harm can come from it. I'll say that.
I think that my only question is, because on the basis of things, I like this as well. My only question is how is the autism represented
Sure.
through the doll? Because
Yeah.
anyone who knows individuals that are on the spectrum is called the spectrum because it's a very wide thing.
Yes.
So these dolls, how do they represent the autistic spectrum? Allison, your thoughts?
Yeah, I just think this is a good idea, and they did it right. The fact that they did research within doing the doll rather than just say, let's just make it this way. They did their research first and made sure, you know, with the association, you know, that assisted with the making of that. And it's beautiful. Like we said, everyone wants to see themselves represented in some type of way. So I think it's a great thing.
All right, Ron B.
I think it's such, oh my God, it melts my heart. I think it's such a blessing. Like the fact that some of the creators, like you said, have disability themselves. So it's you know, in their eyes of what they would like or what they would want to pursue or like imagine what they could be. So I think it's a good way to teach kids as well, and lean them into these type of spectrums or disabilities, and then being able to like be informative to them. So I think it's such a great thing for these kids, and them to be doing, Barbie to be doing. I think it's awesome.
Roger, I'm going to ask you to actually come on and be serious for a moment. Can you do that? Can we agree to that before you give your take on this? Is that okay? Are we in concert?
Absolutely, because you know I'm a huge Barbie collector. What I will say
Great
is
start.
that, honestly, I'll keep it short. I don't know too much about Barbie, but representation matters, especially when it's done tastefully. And I think in this case, Barbie hit the nail on the head. They did their research. I think it's a positive move.
Yeah, and I think that that's the key point, Arabia. Thank you for bringing that up. It is the fact that Barbie wanted to do something special, but they didn't just go out and do it. They went out and made sure that they spoke with the individuals who have more knowledge about it before they did.
Yeah, and I think it's also fun to play with that spectrum, like you noted. Like they could have different parts of the spectrum represented in this Barbie doll. They could have one Barbie that's that autism is expressed in one way, and they can really play with the different ways that can be represented through the dolls. I think it's great.
I think that's important. Representation, it matters. All right, moving from representation to GLP-1. What a transition that is. We are talking about, is GLP-1 medications, is this cheating, or should we all just be attempting to get in shape by whatever means necessary? Well, that's what all-time sports GOAT Serena Williams begged that question, and she's chiming in on. In a recent conversation with Oprah, the 23-time Grand Slam champ explained that she was absolutely skeptical of using GLP-1 medication to lose weight because others had framed the medicine as she said, quote unquote, the easier route, and that she did not want to, quote, take the skinny shot because it was, quote, a shortcut. Williams, though, the 44-year-old mother of two, went on to say that in her fitness journey, she tried everything and her body was not responding until she began using GLP-1 meds. So, Arabia, coming to you here. GLP-1, the shot?
Yeah.
Is it cheating? Or is it just a part of the equation now?
I think first of all, what are the side effects?
There we go.
What are the side effects, short term and long term? And I think some of these we won't really see for another few years, so we can have like a bigger sample size of people taking it for years.
Yeah.
But if it's healthy and it's not hurting anybody and you're losing weight will make you healthier, then sure. But I do think it should also be accompanied with eating well and exercising, because, for example, surgery exists. Surgery is another shortcut. But if you're only doing the surgery and you don't eat well, you're not exercising, are you getting healthier, or are you just losing a little bit of weight? Because you can still also be unhealthy and small.
You can be unhealthy and be small. I've got my own take, Allison. I want to hear yours first.
Yeah, I work in the healthcare field, so I see this a lot. First, everybody's body reacts different to different things. Some people actually need things like this for certain reasons, so you don't know what fits another person. But even if somebody does get it for cosmetic purposes, that's their business. Like, the world does not need to get involved in that. I say whatever makes you happy and is not hurting anybody, go for what you know.
Yeah, and Serena made a point when she was speaking with Oprah. I mean, first of all, imagine the two of those people on a couch.
Wow.
Man. Just let me be in the same damn room as those
that's
two
all.
people.
Be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah.
But she made the point of saying again that she was doing all of the working out. Her body just wasn't responding. She was saying that it appeared as though her body was accustomed to, her own biology was accustomed to having a certain number of calories every day.
Yeah.
So that was preventing her from being able to lose the weight on her own. Of course, her appetite was suppressed, etc., and that led to it. David, your thoughts on the shot?
Yeah, it's real hard, because where do you draw the line of what's giving someone an unfair artificial advantage versus what's the natural measure of a person's talent and athleticism, Like steroids, people have pretty much agreed, steroids are an unfair advantage. But if you compare, just regular nutrition, what people are eating and the quality foods that they're having now versus 100 years ago, that's an advantage,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I don't think unfair. So this GLP-1 med, I don't know enough about it to say.
I'm gonna tell you what. Here's my take on it, Arabia. Okay.
I want to hear this.
Here's my take. I'm putting my phone down.
Okay, this is serious.
I'm putting my glasses
Everybody
on.
lock in.
Everybody lock in
I'm
for this. Here's my thing with the GLP-1. I think that everyone should be allowed to do within reason whatever it is that they need to do with their body to achieve, especially because fitness is important, their goals of fitness. Here's what I would say about this, and you kind of alluded to this.
Okay.
You can take the shot. I know individuals that took the shot, lost the weight. But Arabia, if they don't change the rest of their lives, if they don't change their lifestyle, they don't change their eating habits, they don't start working out consistently, they don't start doing the things that is necessary to stay in shape, you might lose the weight.
Yeah.
And then it's going to come right on back.
Yeah.
It's going to come right on back. And so what did you do it for?
Yeah, it reminds me of people who kind of go vegan or vegetarian, but they don't eat better. Now they're just eating like fries and just like other things that don't have meat in it. Like, sure, make the healthy decision, but don't just make it healthy on the surface. You got to dig a little deeper. So I completely agree with you. We got to do the work.
Got to dig a little deeper. Now, Ron, you are naturally built like an Adonis, like God created you with his own hands. So you don't got to worry about this. You can eat anything, but give us your thoughts here.
I like the idea. I like the shot just because just for your reasoning, I am blessed to be in shape and kind of do not much. And I see others who do suffer, and close friends and family members, and they deal with personal health issues. So if possible, and it does not hurt them, I would love for them to be in their best shape, in their best bodies, and their best minds, to feel good about themselves, to perform where they need to perform. And I do agree with Serena feeling the way she does, being the 1900 babies and being the factor of not really wanting to take a supplement and doing it I would say the not the old school way, but I can't find another word, but the old school way, and I love it. So, but again, if it helps you.
Roger, you got 10 seconds. I know that's hard for you. Go.
Do you, boo-boo?
There you go. Hey, do you, boo-boo?
Do you, boo-boo?
Yes, that sums it up.
I tell you what, that's going to bring it to the conclusion of our show, Do You Like It or Not? I want to thank each and every one of you for watching at home. Thank each and every one of you in the Zoom room. Arabia, you are absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you for having me.
Until next time, Do You Like It or Not?